Hi, my name's Maria Mahani, and this week's Aqua tip we're using the noodle, and we're going to do an abdominal exercise. Now, in the past, I'll tell you something. In the past, when I've been to workshops and things like that, it's all about leaning back and using my legs and pulling in and out and trying to feel my abdominals. Like, I'm really trying hard. I'm not an untrained body, but it's really hard for me to isolate my abdominals. Like, I have to really, I don't know what I have to do, but it's not easy. So if it's not easy for me, I can't imagine what it's like for my clients. Then I thought, well, there's got to be something to this. And I thought, what if I position the noodle somewhere else? And I placed the noodle underneath both my knees. Now, I was just playing around with this the other day, and I was like, my God! Oh, and I'm like, now that's an abdominal exercise if I want to do it in the traditional way of doing abdominals. Oh, and I also got my heart rate up, which I love. You know, for me, it's all about getting the heart rate up and getting some calories burned and staying warm, especially in the pool. Now, what you want to do is place the noodle underneath your knees, and you're using your arms basically to pull you in and out. And you're trying to bring the knees in out from your chest but not lose the noodle. Feet together, fingers open, figure of eight action with your whole body, with your arms. Your arms are fully extended out to the side. Have a look. Out, in. And you're bringing the knees in and out. It's the speed that makes the exercise challenging. And if you go slow, it doesn't work. Check this out. You can't get motion back because you'll lose your ability to stay on the noodle. And so you have this terrible posture and you just can't move your body really well. So you've got to pick up the tempo. Out, in. Oh, wow, so cool. Such a great abdominal exercise, but it's an upper body workout as well as getting your heart rate up. Try it, give it to your participants to let them have a feel for this. It's all about the speed. And that is this week's Aqua tip. All right, you might be wondering, what is the purpose of this plastic bag that I've got in my hand? Because I'm going to be using this to help me demonstrate the abdominal curl or the abdominal move with the noodle. So you're like thinking, what's that got to do with anything? Well, this is what I used to bring with me whenever I would go to teach this move. And I always have a spare one of these just sitting in my handbag for teaching Aqua. Let me show you what I'm using it for. Pool deck is wet. Towel's not going to be very good because I'm going to be sitting on a wet towel eventually, but I want to keep my bottom dry because having a wet, when I would teach lots of classes, this wet bottom was not very comfortable, especially after the class, and then you got to go and teach another class, not so good. So I used to always have a plastic bag. That would be my last resort, but usually I had something that I could sit on that was plastic or vinyl, because that way I didn't absorb the water. And then I'd sit down on the pool deck. I've got the noodle underneath my knees. I demonstrate to the class, all right, noodles underneath your knees. And what you're going to do is you're going to sit up and go back, sit up and go back, sit up and go back. Now, it's important that you show them that you go back and the feet stay up, right? So the feet are staying up and you're lifting your body up and down. Now, most of us aren't strong enough to keep the noodle underneath the knees and lift our bodies up and down like that. That's the truth of it, right? So if that's the case for you, legs go out here. Just tell them to bend the knees so the noodle sits underneath their knees. And now in and out with the body. But remember, it's all about the speed. So they've got to get enough speed to feel this in their abdominals. Yes, you don't need to lie all the way back, because remember, they're not going to lie flat on their back. They just want to open out, in and out, at a great enough speed that they're going to feel this here. So, plastic bag, so you can sit on that and not have all the water from the pool deck seep into your clothing. And then just demonstrate the noodle goes underneath the knees, release the noodle, and then demonstrate with your upper body, remembering to throw the arms back and move in and out quite fast. And indicate that the reason for the speed is so that they can feel that in their abdominals. So if they can't feel it here, they need to pick up the tempo. The key thing is that they throw their arms back, in and out. So palms go back, palms go forwards, so that they can get that torso motion. Not so much about the legs. I wouldn't even worry about talking about the legs, just as long as they've got the noodle underneath their knees. And that is this week's Aqua Tip.